My name is Halyna Skipalska. For over 15 years, I have led a national women's rights and women-led civil society organization, the Ukrainian Foundation for Public Health. I have been a civil society activist even longer, for over 20 years. All these years, I have been dedicated to ensuring women's and children's rights and their access to vital social and healthcare services. I have been pursuing a big and ambitious goal to make Ukraine a better country with zero tolerance for violence against women. Ukraine, where every woman is aware of her rights in society, family and relationships with others. Ukraine, where every woman can find her purpose and pursue it. Ukraine, where women live healthy and happy lives. Since Russia's invasion on February 2022, our overall efforts have been focused on the service provision of health, protection and essential goods. We have transitioned from a development organization to a humanitarian one to address the growing needs of Ukrainians during the humanitarian catastrophe. Despite all challenges, we managed to adjust and scale up our work models. Also, we expanded our services. 78 crisis mobile teams operate now at the community level in 18 regions of Ukraine and provide emergency and comprehensive psychosocial support and humanitarian aid to internally displaced people. 6 day centers and 3 halfway houses serve disadvantaged and at-risk women and children in Kyiv and western regions of Ukraine. The community hosting and supporting the vast number of people who fled their homes due to the war. We implement child protection interventions, 5 Barnahus centers for children, violence survivors and child-friendly spaces in day centers and IDP camps to cultivate children's recovery and well-being. Another focus is the response to and prevention of gender-based, domestic and conflict-related sexual violence. We launched virtual platforms and created 9 GBV response and care units in healthcare facilities in east and south of Ukraine. The regions devastated by Russian troops with numerous cases of sexual violations and brutal attacks on civilians. We helped nearly 600,000 people during the war. I would like to tell you a little bit more about the Safe Women Hub virtual platform launched through the rapid support of the United Nations Women, Peace and Humanitarian Fund and in partnership with the UN Women in April 2022. It was created in response to serious rights violations and atrocities of Russian troops against women and girls when rape was used as a weapon of war, and this huge scale of sexual violence surfaced. We provide remote mental health support services and psychosocial counseling through the platforms. It operates through pages on social media, Facebook, Instagram and Telegram channels. They can be easily accessed via smartphone or tablets, which is critical for case of emergencies. For women and girls from temporarily occupied territories on the move to safe places who live in the collective centers and the camps or even in Europe. Over 6,500 war-affected women and girls received assistance through the platform, mental health services, working with long-term effects of violence and trauma, social services information to prevent sexual violence and exploitation, and human trafficking, legal advice, and referral to specialized care. I strongly believe that women's leadership in crisis settings should be advanced. During the war in Ukraine, women volunteers and women-led civil society organizations are at the forefront of community-level response, including the rapid provision of humanitarian assistance and services. In our organization, 90% of our staff are women. This war seriously impacted the lives and livelihoods of women and girls, especially women with children. It is estimated that 57% of IDPs are women and girls. Women-led organizations can offer gender-sensitive approaches to humanitarian response and peace building to match better the specific needs and vulnerabilities of women and girls. In addition, civil society organizations were quicker, more flexible and networked, and those more efficient than government agencies in closing gaps, particularly in the first months of the war. Thus, I encourage more people to join the Women, Peace and Humanitarian Fund, Invest in Women Global Campaign, support local women-led and women's rights civil society organizations, and strengthen the leadership of women and girls at the community level.